Welcome to Successful Philanthropy. I'm your host, Jean Shafaroff. This show is designed to highlight the work of philanthropic leaders here in the United States and then beyond. Today with us, Silvia Frieser. Silvia is the executive director of the Viennese Opera Ball. Let's all welcome Silvia. Silvia, it is so nice to have you on Successful Philanthropy today. And I want to first start by asking you to describe the Viennese Opera Ball.
Thank you so much, Jean, for having me. It's an honor to speak today about the Viennese Opera Ball. And we are delighted to have you, Jean, again this year at the upcoming ball as co-chair and past honoree. And thank you for all your support over the past years. I'm happy to speak a little bit about the Viennese Opera Ball today. It's such a long-standing tradition that has gone back to, well, almost 70 years now. And it's really a celebration of Austrian-American friendship, traditions, culture, a blend of music, dance, and fashion. And most of all, it's a debutante ball.
Well, as I know the Viennese Opera Ball, and I've been attending it and now chairing it for many years, it's one of the most beautiful and exciting events in the spring season in New York City. And as you said, it's a wonderful friendship between the country of Austria and the United States. Fabulous evening full of music, dance, debutantes, a great crowd of people. And Silvia, how long has this ball actually been taking place here in the United States and then worldwide?
Yes, that's a good point. So in New York, the ball was established in 1955. It was established back then by Austrians coming to New York and really by expats that wanted to celebrate the Austrian and Viennese traditions, culture, and music amongst themselves, and also over the years inviting Americans to join this wonderful tradition. So in Austria, it's a different history, a little bit longer. It goes back apparently to the 1800s, to the early 1800s, where it started with mask balls during carnival season. And then during the 1900s, it became a very important event for high society of Vienna. And it was a very prestigious and glamorous cultural event that took place annually. Then during the war, there was a break during World War II. There was a break, and afterwards, in 1956, it was reintroduced by the Austrian Chancellor Julius Raab, and then again celebrated on an annual basis ever since. We have many balls around the world, Viennese balls that some are younger, some are older, and they're really being held around the world. Different cities, different countries. It's just such a wonderful tradition to celebrate this Austrian-American friendship.
Yes, now for those watching this show, Silvia, as executive director, she organizes this entire party. And of course, others help her. She has a board. I'm a co-chair along with Denise Rich, and we have a benefit committee. And it turns into truly a beautiful, beautiful event. This year, it's going to be held at Cipriani 42nd Street, which is one of the most beautiful places in New York City. And Silvia, I'm going to leave it up to you to describe a little more detail about this year's party.
Yes, absolutely. I'm very happy to talk about it. We're just a week away now. We are going back to Cipriani 42nd Street, as you mentioned. We held the ball there, I think, 3 times in the past. And looking forward to next week, we have a couple of wonderful highlights. Again, one of them are the debutantes and their escorts that are being presented to our guests. And to people in New York. And we have 12 different couples this year. So very excited about that. Again, we have a wonderful lineup of opera singers. Just to mention a few, there's Janae Bridges. She's a 2 times Grammy Award winner. We have Adam Smith, a tenor, a wonderful tenor. Johanna Will, who will support us again for the 3rd time, I think. We have Michaela Sager and others. So we really have a wonderful lineup of opera singers that who will perform arias during the evening. These are kind of surprise arias. We haven't announced them yet. Some of the opera singers come from the Metropolitan Opera and are in leading roles. So we're very proud to have their support. This year also we have for the first time the prima ballerina from the American Ballet Theatre. This is Christina Chevchenko. And it's such an honor to have her. She has never performed at the ball, and this will be her very first time. It's also a surprise performance as we celebrate Johann Strauss II 200-year anniversary of his birth. Johann Strauss II, they called him the king of the waltz, or the waltz king. He had he produced and composed fabulous music throughout, his lifetime. And one of them is the famous Blue Danube Waltz. And based on his music, we will have these wonderful ballet performances. We also have young dancers from the Young American Grand Prix School. And I think we have about 6 or 7 young dancers that who will be part of this ball for the first time. And during the evening, we, of course, raise funds, always for a beneficiary. So it's important that we have a silent auction, a live auction, and we raise additional funds throughout the evening with the support of our guests. We are very excited. Again, it's taking place on May 9th, and it's a long evening. It continues with the dances and performances. We have a midnight quadrille, and afterwards we even have a DJ until 2 a.m. So it promises to be a wonderful and really a glamorous evening and a fun evening.
Yes, and every year it's so exciting and so much fun with a great group of people. We have many, many juniors, meaning people in their 20s and their 30s. And then we have people, middle-aged people, and then we have some older people too. And I think everyone has a great time. And what's so unique about this event is that it goes on till 2 a.m. It's exciting. There are many performances. There's a big orchestra, dancing, a great food. Everyone has a wonderful time. And the money's raised. I know what they go towards, but I want our guest, our lovely Silvia Frieser, to speak about what the Viennese Opera Ball, in fact, does with the proceeds raised. It's truly wonderful what they do.
Yes, so thank you for bringing that up, Jean. We have partnered over the years with different nonprofit organizations to support specific programs. So we have, in the past couple of years, I believe since 2018, we have worked with a great organization, the Gabriel's Angel Foundation for Cancer Research, specializing in cancer research for leukemia and other types of cancer. And we, in particular, chose a music program. It's a music therapy program at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center that we wanted to support. So over the years, I was there myself once at MSKCC to be part of this great music therapy program and to really help brighten the day of these cancer patients. It was really quite moving. There were either sessions outside of the hospital rooms, or with patients that cannot leave their beds. We have music therapists that come into the room, and do a little, session with these patients, and it just brightens their day and puts a little smile on them. And it was just so moving to be a part of that and just see what we can do with all the support and just help a little bit bring a little sunshine into the days of these patients. And also wanted to talk a little bit about the past organizations that we have supported. So we really focus on all types of American nonprofit organizations. We have worked in the past with Carnegie Hall, with the Feet Foundation of Lauren Bush Lauren. We have worked with the UN Foundation. We have also raised funds for SOS Children's Village, CARE, Special Olympics, this Guggenheim Museum, the Ronald McDonald's House, and several others. Now, the longest partnership has been with Gabriel's Angel Foundation for Cancer Research, and it really was very effective in partnering and together helping to raise more funds. So we are very happy about that.
Yes, and I think it's truly remarkable that here the Viennese Opera Ball comes to the United States, has a big party in support of American organizations or American charities. Of course, people, they can't come to the party free. They have to buy a ticket. And like any other charity gala, people, they get online, they go to VieneseOperaBall.com, where you can purchase a ticket, and they have the opportunity to attend a most glamorous and gorgeous and beautiful party where the proceeds go to U.S. charities. And I think it's just wonderful, a great, great show of friendship on the part of the Austrian government towards the United States. And for our audience, we are with Silvia Frieser. She is the executive director of the Viennese Opera Ball. This year, the Viennese Opera Ball takes place on May 9th at Cipriani 42nd Street in New York City. This is the New York Ball, but there are Viennese Opera Balls taking place throughout the United States and the world. Now, one of the components of this event, the Viennese Opera Ball, is that it's a debutante ball, as Silvia mentioned. And Silvia, if a young woman would like to become a debutante at the Viennese Opera Ball, say for next year, for 2026, what is the procedure? How do the girls go about doing that? Is there an application? And if so, how can one obtain one?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, as important as the fundraising is, of course, as you mentioned, it's a debutante ball. So for these young women and men to come out to society, this has been the long-standing tradition of such balls. And if a debutante is, or if a young lady or man is interested to becoming a debutante for next year, we get a lot of referrals internally from committee members, maybe past debutantes and escorts, junior committee members. But there is an application. We usually receive emails also of interested young ladies and men. There is an application, and I would say important is the age, and in the range, usually young debutantes are between 18 and 26, and young gentlemen are between 18 and 28. It's a wide range, but I would say in average, debutantes and escorts are between 21 and 26 years old. We, of course, we require them to be single, never married, not engaged, and also that they are available the week of the ball for rehearsals. We have a wonderful choreographer who comes from Vienna, from one of the best dancing schools in Vienna. That's Sandra Stockmeyer, and she works for the Swabeck dancing school. And She has been with us for so many years, supporting these young men and women with wonderful choreography for this opening performance. So she prepares these young men and women to dance. Some of them have never danced before, so maybe it's good to have some additional dance classes. Others, come with some experience, but it's important that once you sign up and you apply for becoming a debutante or escort, that you have time, that you ensure that you have time the week of the ball, which is usually from Monday through Thursday, the week of the ball in the evening. It is a tough practice. It's from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. On the next day, it starts all over again. And then we have a very beautiful inauguration celebration on Thursday night before the ball, where these young men and women are being presented to the ball guests, to VIP guests at the Austrian consulate at a special reception. And and then they're ready for the ball. And usually, even if they come with no dance experience, they are being very well prepared by our choreographer Sandra. And it's really, I have to say, I've spoken to so many of these younger ladies and men, and it's such a great experience. It's really a once in a lifetime experience. They bond with each other, they form great friendships that last a lifetime, and it's a very social part to become a debutante. You meet outside of these rehearsals. We get to them together, at smaller events way before this rehearsal starts for the ball, and it's really a great way to connect to other young men and women with similar interest and who actually value these traditions.
Yes, and we also have a junior price ticket, which means that younger people who want to attend can attend at a lower price. When they go out and they buy a ticket, well, the price is just lower. And for most charities, that really makes sense because all charities want to cultivate young generations, bring them in. And the only way most young people can attend some of these big events is if the tickets are priced at a more reasonable level. Because as we know, when you're young and in your 20s, well, chances are you're not going to be making the same salary that you might make when you're much older. And we welcome everyone, all ages. It's truly an extraordinary night. Now, we're talking about the Viennese Opera Ball in New York City, which will take place May 9th this year. This is the 69th annual Viennese Opera Ball. This is a friendship between the country of Austria and the United States. And one of the things that Austria does is they hold this event around the world in different cities. I have never had the opportunity to go to Vienna, where I hear the main Viennese Opera Ball takes place. I hear it's in 4 different huge auditoriums and that you go from one room to the next. But I think it would be very interesting for Silvia Frieser, our executive director of the New York Viennese Opera Ball, to discuss that ball in Vienna, because very often I hear that Americans want to go to Vienna to experience that exquisite and wonderful ball.
Yes, you're absolutely right. It's we not only promote our ball, but of course, this is the ball for the US and especially for New York. Here in New York, we have a lot of Americans attend the ball from all over the US, even, sometimes from South America. And then we always hear questions about the ball in Vienna, the Vienna Opera Ball. So the Vienna Opera Ball is just structured very differently. You buy a ticket, and dinner, drinks, anything in addition is not included. So you can purchase a box. They are usually sold out 1 or 2 years in advance. They are these families or companies that book these boxes for years. So it's very, very difficult to get one of these special boxes to watch this wonderful ball. And then you have, space to sit down. But as you mentioned, Jean, there are many different rooms. So what they do is they sell different tables in different rooms. So yes, you have a chance if you're not in that beautiful one, the main room of the Vienna Opera House, where you have these great boxes. You have the option of, renting a table in other rooms, and this. So we have to imagine there's a part of the Vienna State Opera, and then they built kind of like a mirror on the other side where the backstage would be. So they really expanded for that night. They work on this, I think, for 1 or 2 weeks. It's an incredible event and production. And of course, it's supported by the city of Vienna and many other sponsors. And it's really a celebration to highlight the Vienna State Opera. Its opera singers and ballet performances are also included during the opening. And it's just really a wonderful event where this event really takes place on different levels. As you said, you have the main room of the opera, where usually the seats are. They take everything out and they build a big dance floor. But then in addition, they have they make use of all these other rooms, and really they have great back rooms where there's a lot of space, and they have other orchestras. So they have even another orchestra in another room. They have a jazz band in another room. They have, I think, 2 discos downstairs. They have, from coffee houses and restaurants, different areas and different rooms where you can just go from, as you mentioned before, just go from one room to the next room and experience really Viennese gastronomy, Viennese, companies that offer coffee and sweets, coffee houses, have a representation there. So it's really very unique, and especially interesting also to American guests to come one day and just experience that in full swing. It is also a white tie event, like the one in New York. They're very strict about the white tie. If you don't have a white tie, they don't let you in.
So what about in New York? I want to interrupt you. If a man comes and he's not in a white tie outfit, if he's black tie, I think we let them in, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right. We encourage them to wear white tie, but we do let them in. So we are a little bit more, casual in that way, that we don't, stop them at the door. That is correct. But what we do like to hold on to these beautiful traditions. So if a guest reaches out, has purchased a ticket, we always tell them, yes, please try to come in white tie.
And what about the dress for the women?
The dresses of the women, yes, this is a great, as women, we like to wear beautiful dresses, and this is really an event where you can go all out. It's the bigger, the better. White dresses, long dresses, absolutely until the floor, to the floor length, right? And any color, sparkling, really the bigger and more extravagant the better. You can really show off and bring out your diamonds, or whatever jewelry you have with big hair. So it's a fun event to do that.
I cannot wait. It will be so much fun. For our audience, we are with Silvia Frieser. She is the executive director of the Vianese Opera Ball in New York City. Silvia, again, what is the website for people who want to purchase tickets to the May 9th Viennese Opera Ball in New York City?
Yes, so we still have some tickets available, but we will sell out, and it's vianeseoperaball.com. That's the website, and then you can go to tickets, and then you can see the ticket link right there.
And Sylvia, is there anything else you would like to add?
Well, we are looking forward. It's the last week of planning, and with all our supporters, Eugene, of course, and all the sponsors and donors, we couldn't make it happen. So we're always very thankful for anyone who supports us and helps along the way.
Yes, and I am truly honored to co-chair this event. I've done it many years. I've done it with Denise Rich. It's a great honor and one of the best parties in New York City, all for a great, great cause. Viennese Opera Ball this year in New York City will support cancer research as well as cancer care. Specifically, proceeds will go to Gabrielle's Angels and then the music department at Sloan Kettering. This concludes Successful Philanthropy. Our guest today, Silvia Frieser. She is the executive director of the Viennese Opera Ball. I'm Jean Chaperoff, your host. I'll see you next week.